Every experienced driver knows that tensions on the road can escalate quickly. A brief honk, an angry gesture, and suddenly what started as a minor inconvenience could turn into a full-on confrontation. But imagine pulling up next to a vehicle that doesn't just respond with harsh words. It can literally open fire. That's exactly the capability offered by the Cockerill IX, a combat armor 4x4 developed by Belgium's John Cockerill Defense. At first glance, the Cockerill IX looks every bit like a rugged SUV you might see tackling mountain trails or desert dunes. Its unassuming silhouette, subdued color scheme, and compact two-seat cockpit lend it an almost benign presence on city streets and country roads alike. But this is no ordinary off-roader. Beneath its carbon fiber and vinyl laminate composite skin, the IX conceals advanced armor, cutting-edge sensors, and a weapons system capable of unleashing devastating precision strikes. In a matter of seconds, and at the flip of a switch in the cockpit, the Cockerill IX transforms from civilian-style transport into a mobile point defense platform, one that can engage targets on the ground, in the air, and beyond the horizon. Whether protecting high-value assets, interdicting enemy drones, or ambushing opposing armored units, the IX brings battlefield lethality and survivability to an entirely new class of light armored vehicle. Visually, the Cockerill IX is almost indistinguishable from a bespoke concept SUV, with a refined wheelbase, ground-clearing suspension, and body panels that disguise its armored core. Its relatively compact dimensions and 3.5-ton weight allow it to thread through narrow alleys and operate on highways with stealthy ease. The two-person crew, driver and weapon operator, sit side by side in a mutually supportive cabin that, on casual inspection, could pass muster for a civilian vehicle. Even the exhaust vents and air intakes have been baffled and treated to minimize infrared and acoustic signatures, reducing the chances that enemy thermal imagers or acoustic sensors will spot the IX from a distance. Yet this civilian facade hides a sophisticated must-see reveal: the retractable weapons turret. With a simple command in the cockpit, hydraulics lift a fully stabilized gun turret from the roof, bringing a suite of lethal options into play. In less than a minute, the IX goes from civilian mode to combat ready to unleash a hail of automatic cannon fire, rocket barges, or precision-guided missiles on any threat. At the heart of the combat package is the IX's modular remotely operated turret. This turret can mount a 25mm or 30mm autocannon, drawing on proven ammunition types for NATO arsenals. With 120 ready rounds stored in a low-profile magazine, the autocannon delivers bursts of high-velocity fire that can penetrate light armor and shred enemy positions. Should the tactical situation demand different weaponry, crews can swap the cannon for a multi-tube rocket launcher, up to 4 anti-tank guided missile pods. That versatility means that the IX can adapt on the fly to anti-personnel, limited anti-armor, or area suppression roles. The turret itself rotates a full 360 degrees, while the gun elevates from -10 degrees for direct fire into trenches or under overhangs, up to +60 degrees for engaging low-flying drones and helicopters. A critical feature is the integration of an electro-optical targeting suite, a digital sight combining high-resolution day camera, thermal imager, and laser rangefinder. From within the protected cabin, the weapon operator can scan and designate targets at distances of up to 16.8 kilometers by day and 13.5 kilometers at night. Once the target is fixed, the fire control computer calculates ballistic solutions, stabilizes the turret, and guides projectiles or rockets on a hair trigger, all in real time. In effect, the IX delivers accurate, first-round hits at ranges that would cripple or destroy most enemy light vehicles and infantry positions. Of course, firepower is only half the equation. Survivability matters just as much. The Cockerill IX hull meets STANAG Level 2 ballistic protection, stopping rifle rounds and shell fragments, while its mine-resistant design complies with STANAG Level 3 standards. The laminated windshield and side glass are bulletproof from the inside out, giving the crew a near-impenetrable bubble of protection. Even if an armored, piercing round strikes at point-blank range, The composite armor stops or deflects the impact, and the cabin remains intact. But the IX's true shield lies in its mobility. Powered by a high-output 750 horsepower V8 engine, optionally hybrid, the vehicle sprints from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 6 seconds. It reaches top speeds of up to 200 kilometers per hour on paved roads and 160 kilometers per hour in desert or open field conditions. That burst of speed allows the IX to shoot and scoot, avoiding return fire and repositioning for another strike. Its advanced 4x4 drivetrain, reinforced differentials, and adjustable pressure run-flat tires ensure it can navigate muddy tracks, rocky slopes, and sand dunes where heavier armored vehicles would bog down. In essence, the IX's blend of armor-level protection and sports car acceleration keeps the crew safer than in any comparably sized vehicle. John Cockerill Defense designed the IX around an open architecture electronics backbone. That means new sensors, weapons, or decoy systems can be integrated without a full retrofit. The turret ring and mount are standardized, as are the internal power and data buses. Future upgrades could include quad-pack containers for air-to-surface guided missiles like Hellfire or JGM, quad-pack anti-ship missile pods, or launcher cells for active decoy rounds such as the Nulka system. This modularity gives defense planners flexibility. One IX can change roles in hours rather than weeks. Patrol, point defense, anti-sniper, or loiter munition roles all become possible with a single base chassis. The IX concept debuted at the 2022 World Defense Show in Riyadh, where it turned heads with its stealthy lines and dramatic turret reveal. By IDX 2023 in Abu Dhabi, John Cockerill had signed teaming agreements to deliver IX prototypes to several Gulf states. European demonstrations followed, with trials conducted on rugged terrain near the École Militaire in Paris and in Belgian Army test ranges. Feedback from these live-fire events helped refine turret stabilization, suspension tuning, and electronics hardening against battlefield interference. While no mass production announcements have been made, the quick progression from concept to working prototype underscores the platform's maturity and adaptability. For any commander seeking the ultimate battlefield interceptor, the Cockerill IX promises to be a game-changer, one that looks as unthreatening as a family SUV until it's already locked on target.